Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrappin' Abby, and I'm back with another project to share with all of you guys. And this is going to be the Mother's Day card for my own mother. I have a video up already on my channel that's for my mother-in-law. So this is going to be for my mom, and this is kind of the color palette that she likes. She really likes purples like I do. And actually, I love purple, but anyway. So this is kind of the color scheme I'm going for her card. So I'm going to share with you some of the items I've pulled together to work with. From Lindy Stamp Gang from Starburst, this is the French Lilac Violet. And then also from Lindy's, this is a Moon Shadow Mist. It's really super pretty. It's the Pig Leg Purple Peat. And then I'm also going to incorporate from the Glitz Spritz collection, the Scintillating Silver. This is one I like to use a lot. This is from Mon Ami Gabby. This is just some really pretty, fun, beaded flat trim that I can use on the card. And then this is from just some greenery from a local furniture store here in town. I also have a video that shows you guys this, so I might link to that one if I remember to do so. Going to add that to the card. Some of the ribbons I'm going to be using, these are both from 3 Girl Jam. This is the Spooky Bundle, and it's Goblin Green and Witch's Brew. And I love to use these colors together. They're perfect. They'll go really well with this. And then another one I might use as an accent. This is from the Coffee Bundle, the Latte and Cream. And as you can tell, I need to order more because this is all I have left of this one. And use some of the brown to incorporate in there as well. From the flowers, these are purchased from a store on Zibbit, and I love these. I don't remember where I bought them, but I love these. So I might pull a few of the purple ones out. And this is from Mon Ami Gabby, and I'll probably use some sprays to kind of coordinate as well, just so it's not solid purple. For the cardstock base, I'm using from the Neutrals stack from DCWV. Sorry, I'm trying to grab it. It's awkward on my right-hand side there. This is what it looks, the stack I'm using. And the piece I'm using is this one here, and I've already have it folded and scored. And these are the papers I'm going to be using also. Again, I'm trying to use up some of my Webster's Pages papers, because I always buy the warehouse kits, but then I, kind of tend to hoard all of the stuff that comes in it. So I'm going to be using, a portion of this purple paper here, and then this is left over from another project. And I like this one. The back side, not so much for the project I'm working on, obviously, but the front's very pretty. It's got the, the soft touch to the pink and a little bit of a peacock feather. And this is going to be the main focal point. I forgot to grab it, but I have some embellishments I'm going to be putting on the front, some wood and some kind of plaster. So I'll be sure to, show those to you guys at the end of the video when it's on the card. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if I do something really fun and cool technique-wise, I'll start the video and do a little tiny process portion. Otherwise, I'll be back with a completed card for my mother for Mother's Day. See you in just a little bit. Okay, back with the completed card for my mom for Mother's Day. I'm really liking how this one turned out as well. Of course, it's probably my favorite of the two I've made, just because it's got some purple in it. That's my favorite color. So I did some stamping on some acetate, and I added a wood butterfly and a couple different things that I didn't show in the first part of the video. But let me share with you the items that I did not show in the first part, just so you can kind of get an idea of what I added to the card. So I used some more pearls from Queen & Company. This is the Grass Green. And then these little wood butterflies are from Melissa Francis. That's what they look like without all the inking and such that I did on them. I think I shared this, but I used some of this on the bottom as well. And also on the mat right here, this little image you see in the background is part of a tag. This is from Tattered Angels. It's the custom cutout paper tags, and they're like a resist. So when you put inks or sprays or anything like that on them, they resist in the image, so it shows through. So I'll show you what this one looks like once I get it up close to the camera. This can be kind of glary, but this is the clear cardstock acetate that I used on the sentiment, that I stamped the sentiment on. Used archival ink in jet black. And then here's the other half of that Tattered Angels. And it's probably hard to see in the camera, but it's kind of got that, I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, but this is the other half of it. So that's what it looked like, obviously before I did all the spraying and such. And let's see, and this is the clear acetate, of course. And then the crinkle ribbons I used, I shared with you, I was using parts of the Spooky Bundle, Goblin Green and Witch's Brew. I ended up using both colors, but what I did, and I want to point this out so everybody knows, you can tell that the purple crinkle ribbon here looks totally different than what's on the card when you purchase this from 3 Girl Jam. The reason why is because I used some the Delusions white linen spray on it because I wanted the purple to not be quite so bold. I love this shade, but I want it to be a little more subdued because I had the darker purple flowers here. So this is what it looked like, or it looks like originally, and then when I put the white on it, it looked like that. So I just didn't want anybody to go to 3 Girl Jam looking for this particular shade of lavender purple because I made that custom with putting some sprays on it. And then I also end up using some more of the Seasons bundle, the Halloween Harvest. I love this one. It's one of my favorites, like I mentioned before. And then I think, oh yes, these 2 sprays here. This is the Amethyst from Heidi Swapp. I use that on one of the small flowers. And then on one of the other smaller white flowers, this is some gold paint from Smooch. And I think that's everything I used. And this is the Stamp Sentiment, or Happy, and then Mother's Day. I got the top off. I think it's Ink. Yeah, it's Ink and Inkadoo. I bought these online from somebody, so they're already kind of used, but they still work just fine. So here's the card. And we're actually taking this to my mom, so I don't have to mail it because, as you can see, this is very dimensional. And then I added some metal corner pieces here just to kind of accent a little bit. So I'll hold it up here so you can see. And then I just put 3 of those little flat back pearls there. There's the butterfly. The Lindy sprays really make this stuff shimmer. I just love using it. And while I have the card in this area, you can kind of see the resist. I'll hold it up a little bit closer. The resist, there's like a little script image. And I sprayed it with a couple different Lindy sprays. And the purple really stuck to the resist part, or around the resist part. It was really cool how it turned out. It's kind of got that gold tone. And there's a little flower arrangement here. And this is that amethyst one right here from Heidi Swapp. You can see it's quite a bit darker. And then I just used some scintillating silver on this flower. This one has some of that green I showed in the beginning. This one's a combination of some white and purple sprays. And this one has that gold paint. And then you can again see how this looks differently with that white linen spray. And I'll hold it up here so you can kind of get a comparison. It's a little bit better angle there. And just put a little few pearl sprays just to kind of fill in a little gap there. And then you can see with the shimmer on the camera, this is the acetate. I actually stamped on it, and I had to let it dry for probably, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes. And I did that first so I could work on the rest of the card because I didn't want to use my heat tool, of course, because it would curl it because it's plastic. And then, you know, I didn't want it to smear. So yeah, you can see it right there. It's where it's shiny. And I thought that was just kind of fun. And then I just added that beaded pearl trim from Mona Me Gabby. And then I'll show you the inside. And I just kind of mimicked the front matting, and then just used a little scrap I had left with my tiny attacher. So that's the card, and I'm sure my mom is going to love it. I also have something else for her. I made her a little bucket of flowers, so that way she has some paper flowers in her house instead of just having some real ones, which she likes, but they would, of course, you know, not last as long. So this way she has something to look at for much longer than just, you know, a few days up to a week. So that is the card, and you know, thanks you guys for watching another Scrappin' Abby video. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Just like I mentioned in my mother-in-law's video for her card, this won't be going live until after Mother's Day because I want to make sure my mom sees it first before she sees it first in person before she sees it online, because, you know, I post everything to my Facebook via YouTube and such, and so she might see it. So anyway, so there's the card. If you guys have any questions, as always, leave me a comment or send me an email to scrappinabby@gmail.com. Happy crafting. I'll see you next time.